everybody. For the next couple weeks, I'm going to be reading to you from this book. It's called Ask a Science Teacher, 250 questions, 250 answers to questions you've always had about how everyday stuff really works. This book was written by a man named Larry Scheckel. He was my high school physics teacher, and he's written a couple books mainly about science topics. He had an article in our local newspaper for a really long time that you could write him a question and he would answer it. So these are a lot of the answers to those questions, and there's 250 questions in the book. So every day I'm just going to random number generate a question, and I'm going to read you the answer just so we can get a little bit smarter for the next 2 weeks. So today's random number is 14. I don't know if you can see that. 14. So I'm going to open up the book to page 14. Or not page 14, question 14. And question 14 is, what makes people's bones break and how do they eventually heal? So here we go. Our bones are remarkable. Researchers at MIT unraveled the structures of bone with almost atom by atom precision. They found that bone is a complex mixture of collagen and minerals that form into a composite to create a very strong, tough, and reliable material. Bones give our body structure, and they can bend too. But if they bend too much, they break or fracture. Compare bones to a wooden pencil. A wooden pencil will bend, but if you bend it too much, it will break. Bones behave the same way. The average person will have 1 or 2 broken bones in their lifetime. The most common broken bone is the clavicle, or the collarbone. The bones of the arm, wrist, hip, and ankle are in the top 5. And contrary to popular belief, there is no difference between a broken bone and a bone fracture. A bone will break if pressure or an impact puts too much force on it. The most common causes are falls, car accidents, and sports injuries, all of which can cause a bone to snap like a wooden pencil or a tree branch. Bones can also break if they are weakened from within, whether by natural aging or by osteoporosis, infections, or tumors. Bone is a live tissue, a honeycomb of tough elastic fibers, minerals, marrow, and blood vessels, and it needs constant repair. Healthy bone is dense, with small honeycomb spaces. In older bone, the repair works slow, so the spaces get larger and the bone gets less dense, weaker, and less elastic. In osteoporosis, a common condition in older people, the living bone cells are not able to break down old bone and replace it with denser and healthier new bone. Bone regeneration slows to the point where fewer new bones cells are created than old ones being lost. Over time, bone becomes thinner and more easy to break. The risk factor for broken bones includes age, being female, low bone density, and a history of bone fractures. Another cause of broken bones is repeated trauma to a bone over a period of time, to the point where the body can't keep up with repairing it. Doctors use the term stress fracture to describe this condition. Common examples include runner's ankle bones and hip bones. But there is good news. Our bones are natural healers. At the site of a break, bones make new cells. New blood vessels develop that carry nutrients to help rebuild the bones. Those new cells cover both ends of the broken part of the bone and close up the break to make bones as good as new, and possibly even stronger. Bones heal themselves by absorbing minerals and proteins from the bloodstream. The most important minerals are calcium and phosphorus, which are deposited in the bone to repair the break. Doctors put a broken bone in a cast to keep it immobilized and aligned properly while all the depositing is taking place. A new treatment for broken bones is the bone growth stimulator. The device, worn externally on the body, is used to treat non-union breaks, where the broken bone have failed to heal. Electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves are delivered to the break site, which encourages bone growth. There are different kinds of breaks, and x-rays are used to sort of map the break. A hairline fracture is a thin break in a bone. A complete fracture means the break goes all the way through the bone, leaving it in 2 pieces. A green stick fracture is a crack on one side of the bone. An open fracture is where the broken end of the bone sticks through the skin. Ouch. How long does it take a bone to heal? Healing takes time, and the exact amount of time depends on the type of fracture and on the person's age, overall health, nutrition, and blood flow to the bone. A young child may have a bone heal in 3 weeks, but it may take 6 weeks for a teenager with the same kind of break. Bone material is created and deposited faster in young children than in teens and adults. What promotes fast healing for all age groups? Good nutrition, which means a balanced diet with all the food groups. Healing bones need more nutrition than intact bones that only need maintenance. One of the worst things for healing bones is smoking. People who smoke have much longer healing times and a higher risk of developing a non-union or non-healing of the bone. Smoking changes the blood flow to the bone, and it is that blood flow that delivers nutrients and cells to promote healing. Doctors sometimes recommend calcium supplements, but there's a limit on how much calcium is helpful. The body will reject an oversupply of calcium. A more helpful recommendation than calcium overloading that your doctor may make you follow a treatment plan which may include rest, nutrition, and time, and if need be, healing aids and procedures such as casts, crutches, surgeries, and pins. There is strong evidence that a lifetime daily intake of vitamin D is helpful for anyone who breaks a bone, which makes bones denser and stronger. If you do not like the bones you have, just wait a while. The average adult replaces their complete set of skeletal bones every 10 years. It takes almost that amount of time to replace all the calcium in your bones. In fact, the skeleton is always regenerating and adjusting over the course of our lives. Bone remodeling alters our structures as our mechanical demands of our bodies change, and it helps make tiny patches of new bone to repair small damages. Ask a Science Teacher Day 1. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Bye guys.